What's going on? Scored a new engine for the 66 C10 right behind me, so let's get out here and get this thing backed up and in. Alright, so I'm sure a lot of you have already guessed what this engine behind me is, but it is going to be going in our truck here, which is a 66 GMC, so let's uncover this thing and see what we got. I know, I said I'd never LS swap anything, but the deal was right, so we're going to be throwing an LS in this truck, or are we? Alright, so I'm sure as most of you know, this is not actually an LS1, LS, or of any sorts. It's just another old small block Chevy. It's a 95 Vortec engine. The guy, I guess, he put a 85 intake on this, which I don't know how all that works because I haven't really had a small block this new, but I know they've got the roller cam and they're just a pretty good little engine. It is a used engine and that's gonna be fine. It's back to the 700R4, which is what I wanted to put behind our 0250 that was gonna go in this truck. The deal was too good to pass up for the engine and transmission. Is about what you pay for the transmission, so I went ahead and grabbed the whole combo, and it is going to be going in my wife's 66 behind us. Alrighty, we're going to start things off out here with getting these old manifolds off because I would like to go to some headers probably, or at least a different probably style of manifold. I'm also going to go ahead and opt to remove our AC compressor right now because we're not going to be running it momentarily on the truck. Hopefully that'll be an upgrade in the future though. Alrighty, now we gotta get all of our brackets off of this thing. What I'm doing is trying to make this thing not look so modern. I mean, I know an AC pump is not necessarily like a modern touch, which I guess it kind of is in the same sense, but I want to probably try to get some better looking valve covers because I hate these factory center bolt valve covers, and these manifolds are kind of ugly, so we're just kind of trying to make this thing look appear a little bit older so it can go in a 66 truck. Alrighty, we got most of the old stuff off that I was wanting to get off this thing. I ended up having to remove the power steering pump, as you've seen, just to get this old manifold off, but starting to clean this thing up pretty good. I may end up coming in here, just cleaning this up as good as I can, and then just kind of spraying some of the stuff that's rusted in here with just some black. I know that's a boring engine color, and is definitely not as cool as the purple straight six we had, but like I was saying, this is gonna get this truck on the road so much quicker than fooling with that straight six, which that could be the end goal, is to get the thing in there hopefully. But for now, I just want to get this small block in here, that way we can cruise this thing this summer. Be one less thing we really have to work on. It's kind of a plug and play setup. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and strip these plug wires off, because they're probably not gonna work anyway with a set of headers that I'm gonna put on this thing. So let's get on that, and then we'll start wiping this thing down. Alrighty, so it's not looking perfect, but for what we're doing, it's gonna be great. I've got some barbecue stove paint over here, which is high temp. What I'm gonna be doing is just kind of coming in here, and the stuff that's really rusted out, not rusted out, but it's got surface rust on it down through here. I'm just gonna spray it just a little bit. And all that's gonna do is kind of dress this thing up a little bit where it's not such an eyesore. I'm not gonna worry so much on the carburetor, intake, all that stuff, because I plan on hopefully sourcing a nice looking aluminum one, and maybe even Holley EFI in the hopefully near future. I'm just gonna wipe this thing down with denatured alcohol in the areas we're gonna be spraying, and then we'll hit this thing with a little paint. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with the way it came out, but I'm going to let this paint dry tonight, and I've got some CPP engine mounts that I'm going to be installing tomorrow once that paint's dry, and then hopefully I can get a little help out here and we can get that engine and transmission sitting in the 66 GMC. Alrighty, welcome back. Today we will be putting the engine mounts that I got from Classic Performance Parts on this engine. They're designed to go in the 60 to 72 range trucks, which this is a square body cross member, so we'll see how that goes. Luke's here. He's out here getting our stuff off, our engine mounts that are going to go on our cross member off of our old cross member out here. So let's get these things installed, and then we can start moving in the right direction. That's the kit I'm using. I'll drop a link in the description also. Alright, now that we got our motor mounts on, we are going to be getting our strap on here, and then strap on. We're going to put a strap on the motor, and then we're going to get this thing over to the truck.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize this was a double pumper.
Yeah, it is. Old Holley double pumper.
You gonna dress this thing up at all?
I might put those valve covers on like we talked, and maybe a different intake. That would drastically change it.
I want to get some of them aluminum fan valve covers.
Yeah.
They're expensive though. At least they work for the Dodge. I don't know how bad they'd be for the Chevy.
Come on up.
There's pressure.
Come on with it.
Under pressure, looking down on me, looking down. It's pretty close.
Yeah, come on up a little bit.
Watch your foot.
Come on with it.
Ouch!
Alright. Down just a skosh. Come on in just a little bit more. Alright, down just a little bit.
The truck's trying to roll a little.
Alright, come on in a little bit.
Oh, watch your transmission tube, it's rubbing.
Oh, over here.
Yeah, we're hitting pretty hard. Don't break it off.
It might have to be pulled. Come on in. Alright, down just a little bit. Yep. Go in.
Tube's hitting. Is it just thick in? Can we just pull it straight out?
There it is. Oh, my truck's rolling. Alright, come on in just a little bit. Alright, come down just a little bit.
I'm okay. Come on, but it's not too bad.
You'll be alright. Get it all lined up here in a minute.
It's lined up.
Set a hole.
So I think transmission's hitting the cross member now.
We'll get underneath there.
You want the jack?
Alright, so what we have encountered here with our 700 R4 is we are hitting our cross member. I have no idea what the engine or transmission combo was previously in this truck, so what we're going to do now is move to removing this cross member. We'll probably, like Luke was saying, maybe move this thing back or just build a complete custom one altogether. Alright, come on in just a little bit. That's pretty close. Now we just gotta get it. I must have two in over here.
Oh, really?
Oh, too much. Not enough. No, too much. Alright. No. Alrighty, you come on down on it a little bit there. We'll start tightening everything up. Forward actually just a little bit, so come back up just a little bit. We're right there on the distributor. I don't like being that close. Alright. Alright, come on down a little bit. Alright, I think we'll actually probably come up with some on the transmission.
Yeah, because that's really close to that distributor.
Yeah, it'll be alright either way, but I think we can.
Well, we're not sitting.
Alright, so Luke and I, like as you've seen, got the engine dropped down in this thing. I was just kind of playing around, but I found an old set of headers that I had up here, and they fit just about perfectly. Let me show you. So we ended up putting these old long tubes on here, and I mean, it's almost like they were made for this truck. Both sides are fitting up really, really nice. And then of course we threw the old sprint car just momentarily, just to keep things out of that carburetor, because there is a lot of debris and stuff floating around. And I'm sure I'll even get some comments about not having it on there last night cleaning everything. But man, I am stoked about this. We got an engine in this truck, so that's pretty dang exciting. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one as much as we did. We'll see you guys on the next one.